the red hexagram that was displayed on the Rothschild's home in Frankfurt, Germany. We all know this sign as the Star of David, but this was not an exclusively Jewish symbol until it was adopted by the Rothschilds. Therefore, the symbol of Israel is actually the symbol of Rothschild fiefdom. So it is not the state of Israel, but rather the state of the Rothschilds. Edmund Rothschild began settling Jews in Palestine in the 1880s, where he built farms and factories. Edmund was a close associate of Theodor Herzl, the founder of Zionism, which is a political movement, not a religious movement, that was created to justify the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. It is also important to note that the majority of Jewish people are Ashkenazi Jews that originate from a people known as the Khazars in the Khazarian Empire, which was in the Caucasus region, which is the current modern-day Russia, Ukraine, and Georgia. So the majority of Jewish people have no historical connection nor any right to the lands of Palestine. Kagan is a common Jewish name because the Khazarian king was known as the Kagan. When the Khazarian Empire collapsed in the 10th century, Jews began to move eastward and eventually they spread westward throughout Europe. Lawrence of Arabia purposely manipulated the Arabs into revolting against the Turks, and this was crucial in dismantling the Ottoman Empire. The Rothschilds had loaned the Turkish government around $100 million, and once the Ottoman Empire collapsed, the Rothschilds claimed the rights to the lands of Palestine as compensation for the debt. Then in 1917 came the Balfour Declaration, which was actually a letter written by the British Foreign Secretary Lord Arthur Balfour to Walter Rothschild, saying that the British government supported a Jewish homeland in the lands of Palestine. In the 1920s, Vladimir Jabotinsky created what is known as revisionist Zionism, which is an ideology that espouses the use of violence to impose the Zionist will. And the current Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's father was a personal assistant to Vladimir Jabotinsky. And is this revisionist Zionist ideology that promotes and condones the use of violence that led to Israel bombing itself into existence by the Ergen and Stern gangs in 1948. Lastly, and most importantly, I want to say that the current situation in Gaza and Israel is part of the greater Israeli project, and it is extremely naive and foolish to believe that one of the most technologically and militarily sophisticated nations in the world was not aware of an impending attack. Former IDF soldiers have stated that if a cockroach was at the border, we knew about it. And it is also extremely important to note that Israel helped fund and create Hamas. Benjamin Netanyahu is on record stating that in order to thwart the establishment of a Palestinian state, we must fund and bolster Hamas. Folks, I want to reiterate that we must not equate Judaism with Zionism. There are many Jewish people that condemn the Gaza genocide and support Palestinian independence. So let us put down the fault lines that are designed to divide and rule us, and let us unite for freedom.